Hi, sisters and friends and bookkeeping mamas. Trevonna Parker here, bookkeeping mama, bookkeeping advocate. It is always my goal to teach you guys about bookkeeping, lifestyle bookkeeping, traditional bookkeeping, but also to not only be an advocate, but also to help you become advocates, not only for yourself, but also for your family and anybody else who you wish to help. So anytime you have a business or you want to help with business by becoming a bookkeeper, I'm here for you. I don't know everything, but I love researching and I'm here to help you out. So, of course, on this channel, I help people to help women, moms just like you, to avoid generational paycheck to paycheck living, or worse, generational poverty, by teaching you to protect your families, nix your mortgage, defeat your debt, tame your taxes, make more, and live free, all while glorifying Christ. So if this information sounds good to you, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you are alerted whenever I upload a video. And please leave comments. Comments help us to get this information out to more people. Now, today I want to talk to you guys about defeating debt. And, you know, I help people to defeat their debt. And I wanted to kind of explain that. Let me move this out a little bit. I know I smack a lot. But I wanted to kind of explain that and then dive into it. So when I say defeat debt, defeating debt is not just about getting rid of debt. Defeating debt is about maximizing the use of your debt. You hear a lot of the very wealthy people talk about how they use debt, how they live on debt, how debt makes them successful. And the reason is because they have learned how to master the uses of debt. So, for example, debt can be cumbersome. You take out a loan for a car. That can be some negative debt. But if you take that loan out for maybe an investment like a rental property, that can be some very good debt. You can also take that same loan out for a car and utilize it for business, and that can be some good debt. But you could also take it out because you need it to get to your place of employment while you put layers in place to make sure that you're successful. Now, why do I point that out? I point that out because things can look different for different people. So, I was talking to someone about a 401k, and I had some pretty negative things to say about a 401k. I said I wouldn't want a 401k. I have other vehicles to use better than a 401k. I talked about how so many people have lost money in the 401k, and also how the government's connected to the 401k, and how there's so many different things that go to the 401k that I was against. And this person made the statement of, well, my 401k is working fine, and you must be talking about high risk 401ks, and I'm just going to keep my money in this low risk 401k. Now, we can go back and forth about, trying to explain why the 401k is bad or why the 401k is good, but the fact of the matter is, it really all depends. Everything that we do depends on the goals that we have, and that includes our debt. So yes, I can talk to you about nixing your mortgage in 5 to 7, 9 years. I can talk to you about how making better options as far as the way you pay off your debt are essential. However, I really need to get to know you, because this is your money. And the fact is, paying off debt or getting yourself together financially really is dependent upon your circumstances. So I want to just take this moment to talk about a few debt payoff methods, and just to inform you, educate you. If there's anything that you want to know more about, leave the information in the comments. Lord willing, I'll be able to research it for you and get you even more thorough, more detailed information. But one of the things that people do to pay off debt is the debt snowball. The debt snowball is basically when you take all of your debt, you take your smallest balance and you pay that off first. Then you take whatever you were paying to that balance plus you take whatever you were paying to that balance and you put that to the next smallest bill. And so the minimum payment that you had for the bill plus the previous minimum payment that you had for your previously smaller bill goes to chunk off this bill. And then as you keep moving forward, there's more being pushed to all of your bills until they're all gone. You're not paying any more than you were, but you also don't stop paying any more than you were until your final bill is paid off. Vice versa is the debt avalanche. The debt avalanche takes the same concept, but it starts with the bill that has the highest interest rate. So it will take the highest interest rate, you pay that off, then all that money that was going to that bill goes to the next bill with the next smallest interest rate. You pay that off and you keep going. And all the while, you're continuing to pay your minimum payment on all of these bills. So you're definitely not getting behind. There's also another way, which I call the credit drag score. I just made this up just a little while ago as I was trying to process this. I actually got the information from Garrett Gunderson. He actually talks about a credit score, and I couldn't find out what he called it. I couldn't find my notes. And so I just said it's going to be called the credit drag score for this video. And basically what you do is you take a formula, and I don't know the exact formula right now, but you take a formula to find out which credit, based upon the interest rate and your minimum monthly payment, which credit is more of a drag on you financially, which one is giving you the least bang up for your buck. And you pay that one off, and then you slowly move on to the next one with a simple formula. Now, another way to pay off bills is with the credit line banking, or some people call it velocity banking. But in essence, you take a line of credit. It can be a home equity line of credit. It can be a personal line of credit. It can be a credit card. It's not a loan. It's a line of credit. It's revolving, something that you can continue to use over. I'm sorry, I just started looking at the wrong camera for some reason. I have no idea why I started. I don't know how long I was even looking over there, but it's something that you can use for constantly living. So basically, you will take your paycheck and you put your paycheck toward your revolving line of credit, and then you pay your bills from that revolving line of credit. And this satisfies a few things. So when you put your entire paycheck in there, it satisfies your monthly payment. So in essence, that monthly payment has disappeared and giving you more cash flow. But also, when you go ahead and well, it can satisfy a few things, because you have your bills coming out of there, but you also have that consistent money in, money out. But what it's doing is it's kind of like avalanching. Not avalanching, but also it's kind of like snowballing, in that you still are paying your smallest bills. And well, I guess it depends. You can avalanche, you can snowball it, you can do whatever with this process, but you can choose to add those two together, and it'll help you to pay your bills down a lot faster. You'll basically be maximizing the interest to benefit you as opposed to benefiting your creditors. And another benefit is that you still have access to that cash flow. So if you had a car payment and you want to send all of your check to your car payment, okay, they take that, they say thank you, but you have no access to that to pay for the rest of your bills. If you put that car payment on your personal line of credit or your home equity line of credit or a credit card, and you put your whole paycheck there, then you also have access to that cash. So one of the key things with managing your debt is to make sure your debt isn't strangling you every single month. So when you want to defeat your debt, there are a lot of things to consider. Now, a final one that I like, and this encompasses everything, this is utilizing a whole life insurance policy to combine everything that I just said. Now, you can call it, there are so many different things that you can call it, but I work with a company, they call it debt-free life. And so basically you combine all of these aspects into the whole life insurance policy. And therefore, if you also have the added benefit of, if something happens to you during any of this, then you have that money that you're obviously able to use, but you also have that money to give to your family if something should happen to you, a whole life policy, a death benefit. There's also, there's another key benefit, but it just kind of slipped my mind. So I just wanted to put this out here just because I wanted to be this more informative. I wanted to ensure that I am not presenting myself as dogmatic, especially as I'm learning, because I know I can do that and I have done that in the past. I would learn something, I would jump on it, and I would go gung-ho, but I have to realize, as a financial advocate, I have to meet people where they are. So my goal is to meet you all where you are. When it comes to bookkeeping, when it comes to starting your businesses, and when it comes to managing your personal finances. You need an advocate, not someone who's diehard, you need to do it my way or the highway, which is what you get in some places if they're not constantly growing themselves. Because some of us, we start at something, we understand it, we nip at it, we only preach that, we preach that, and then we learn more. And this is one of those cases where I have learned more. I need to meet every one of you where you are. So if you have any questions concerning anything that I just said about defeating your debt, if you have any questions concerning the debt-free life, if you have any questions concerning either any of these, I know, people who to get in contact with to have more information concerning credit line banking. If you have any questions about any other topics you want me to cover, just let me know. Again, I am a licensed life insurance agent, and I definitely can help you with that as well. Bar none, one of the swiftest ways to make a change in a family in the face of a catastrophic event. But I think that's enough for now. Please take this information that I'm giving you guys and please share it with your children, because it's very important for us to not only have the information, but to make sure that the information is passed down for generations to come. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Please leave comments. I welcome your comments. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Keep your money safe, but also keep your soul safe. You have a great day. Bye now.